Hi, this is Eric Peak, President of Friends of the Earth and part of the Friends of the Earth International delegation here at the COP15 here in Copenhagen. Friends of the Earth International, one of the largest environmental NGOs in the world, has effectively been suspended from participating in the COP15 negotiations. Apparently, the UNFCCC has been afraid to let Friends of the Earth and other groups actually say that we need climate justice now, and that we stand with Africa, and that we stand with the developing world.
So everybody is gathered around here, waiting to hear the reason why, trying to connect with media and get the message out that we've been kicked out. As you can see, we're surrounded by UN guards here who are keeping a good watch on us.
So we now have, surrounded by security guards, our head of delegation, Nemo Bassi, is currently talking to the UN and figuring out what it is that we've done to warrant this type of suspension of our credentials at perhaps one of the world's greatest and most important conferences and negotiations that we'll see for many years to come. So now I'm talking to Duncan, who is Director of Friends of the Earth Scotland. So what do we got here today, Duncan?
I think we've got an infringement of our civil liberties because we have stood up for the Africans, we've stood up for climate justice. It appears to me that the organisers here are afraid that we are somehow going to participate in this wider demonstration today and are taking a precautionary step that is entirely unjustified, excluding national delegations, issue experts from the Friends of the Earth International network from the talks, at least for today. I'm hopeful that our chair, Nemo Bassi, will find a solution with the UN, but the lack of information so far is deeply worrying.
Hey Karen, so what's going on at the COP15 right now for Friends of the Earth International?
They're banning all of the people from Friends of the Earth from entering. We're just standing here trying to get inside, and apparently it's for doing things like saying we stand with Africa, climate justice now. We stood as a group, said that, clapped our hands, and who knows the reason. It's not a democratic process. They can kick you out for anything, but it's really unfortunate because we're one of the loud voices here on climate justice. So we're just trying to get in.
Could we ask for a little more assistance from your staff here? I heard of a lady here who was told that if she needed to go to the toilet, she would have to go to the metro station.
I cannot let you in past accreditation.
Surely someone can be escorted to do something like that.
Yes, but you do understand that it takes a person to escort you and a person to escort you back?
You've got 15 or 20 people here. It's not a problem, is it? It's a little oppressive, actually.
Okay, good morning, people. I've been in there talking with the UN officials, and what I'm told is that Friends of the Earth is not allowed to be in the conference today due to security reports, and because today is a sensitive day and they don't want us in here. But what this effectively means, because numbers tomorrow will be so reduced, is that our presence here is more or less terminated. We are not permitted to go in. It's very shocking, very sad. But that is, I was escorted and escorted out. I feel like in the days of military rule in Nigeria, when I suffered this kind of situation, I've been detention and so on. So I think we are all collectively being expelled from here today. And it is unfortunate because Friends of the Earth, we believe in non-violence. We believe in the right to protest, to dissent. And the leaders in there are being cut off from the people. We represent people from 77 countries. We ought to be in the conference. We ought to be here observing, but clearly we are not permitted to do this. And so that's the situation. We are kicked out of COP15.
Hi, I'm Tina, Friends of the Earth, Germany. We are sitting here because we are supposed to leave the conference center. Friends of the Earth is not admitted into the building, and we are having a blockade here, sitting here until, well, we'll see.
Hey Elizabeth, what's going on now?
Oh, we're still sitting. We're waiting outside, waiting to get in and see if we can get a meeting with somebody to continue that conversation, and we want to get in there so we can keep fighting for a just and effective climate deal.
We've got a delegation talking directly to the UN Secretariat to negotiate our way in, but in the meantime, the UNFCCC is barring reporters from not only talking to Friends of the Earth International, but also taking pictures. So we have been completely shut out of the process, and our right to free speech and to convey our message has also been blocked by the UN. So the saga goes on.
Well, Nemo, who is the chair of Friends of the Earth International, made an announcement, and he told us that folks at the UN had offered us 12 badges to re-enter the building, but obviously that was we did not agree to taking those 12 badges because we are about 50 people here and really believe that it was our right to, as a group, be in the negotiations. So we are now walking out after several hours of sitting here at the entrance, and we consider this a successful day. Okay. And we're being kicked out.
Okay.
Or we're being kicked out.
Yeah, I have a good